Buenos dias, buenos dias, buenos dias. Welcome back to another episode of Wine and Wisdom. Hi, ladies.
Hey.
How are you guys?
Great. How you doing?
Good, good. I'm good.
Have we had enough snow?
Oh my gosh. I'm so over it. I
saw somebody posted something and it's so true. It's like we're inside a damn snow globe and somebody keeps fucking shaking it.
Yes. Mira.
It's true.
I can't wait for our girls trip somewhere.
Oh my God. I am
the
so
snow ya no puedo más.
Yeah. I need to see palm trees. I want to see palm trees.
Sí.
Shout out to all of y'all watching that have palm trees as your view. God bless you.
Palm trees.
Who have the beach in their backyard.
You know?
Yes, I would.
And prayers to Texas, man. Prayers to Texas. That's
prayers to
crazy.
Texas. Yes,
yeah, that was very unforeseen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a deep freeze and, you know, a million people without power.
Yeah.
And some people have lost their lives. So prayers and you know,
they were not prepared for that for sure.
No,
our world is crazy. Man. Our world, our weather, our everything is just like
it's upside down. Life is upside down. I keep saying that.
Yes. I think God is talking to us in so many different ways and we need to listen.
Yes.
Yeah, we do. We do.
We need to listen. It's definitely a transformation of life and a transformation of the way we should
What are your
think.
Priorities?
Yes. The way we should think, the way we should treat other people.
The way we're living, right? The way we're living.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's scary, but it's also a life lesson. It's a learning lesson.
Yeah. I know mental health has to be on a rise, man.
Oh, it is. It's terrible.
Because I mean, I've been feeling it a little bit here and there, you know. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I think we all have. I've had my moments that I just break down and cry, and sometimes I don't even know why.
Why, right?
Yeah, I think it's just exhaustion. I think it's being taken away from the norm. I mean, it's funny, Gloria and I were just talking about that, right? Like our parents, they're going through it too, right? Because our parents aren't those regular, you know, or slowed down senior citizens.
No.
Right.
All of our parents
are get up and go.
Yes.
So they may be retired, but like my mom was in a senior center, Gloria's mom in a senior center. They play music, they do parties, they take them out.
Iba a la iglesia, all her events.
Right.
Yes.
They have their social life, like I call it. My mother has a social life.
Yeah, they do.
Que se va para casino, que se va to Washington, D.C.
Yes. And that was ripped away from them.
Right. Even as simple as going to Dominican Republic whenever she wants, going to Florida to visit her family, you know, and now they're trapped at home.
Same with my mom. My mom used to go to Puerto Rico every March because that's my father's anniversary. Yeah. It's been now, you know, since last March, you know, I ido, and this is another March, you know.
Yeah. It's a year and you know, my mom used to go to church 3 times a week and then go to her daycare center and go out with her friends and you know they're not TV people. My mom is not a TV person.
Yeah.
So to her to sit down and watch a novela, she'll watch a novela, but to watch like 4 consecutive
novelas,
yeah, she's not gonna do that.
Even as simple as going to their bingo little gatherings, you know, or visiting their neighbors. You know, it's just everything just has changed so much.
It has. It has.
And they're feeling it.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to cope with it.
Yeah. And it's hard for us to imagine for them.
Right.
You know, and I think it's a way of learning how to transform. Right. And that's the topic of today's discussion is transforming the second half of our lives. Like, is it at our 40s? Or is it at our 50s? Or are we always going through different transformations?
I think there's transformations at every age. I think, you know, we go through different transformations at every era, right? So at your teens, you're at as a kid, you're in one place. Then as a teen, you're discovering yourself. Then in your 20s, you think, oh, I got this. I figured it out. But then you get to 30 and then you're like, wait a minute, I ain't know shit when I was 20. Now is the I know. Then you reach 40.
Yeah.
And you're like, espérate.
Yeah.
Yo sé lo que yo quiero. I know where I'm going.
Yes. And
I ain't standing for that. I'm not dealing with that. I ain't sugarcoating shit no more. I'm saying what I gotta say.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we haven't reached 50 yet, but the friends I have and family members that are at 50,
it's even better.
Got no filter.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy because, you know, my sisters are much older than me.
Right.
You know, by like 18, 17, 18 years. Oh, wow. And my sister was like, wait till you reach your 40s, Jessie. And I was like, I know, I don't want to reach my 40s. But and I've never really had much of a filter in my mouth anyway. Right. But like, I'm owning it now.
Yeah, you it's like a freedom thing, right? It's like let it go.
It is. And you know what? I don't even give a shit what your reaction is going to be. You like it? Great. If you don't, then mira.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye. Deuces. Like,
it's true. It's really true.
So I have to say that I think 40s has been like the best year, the best phase for me. I think I've completely found my voice. I think you get pieces of it as you get older.
Right.
But I think in my 40s, I've completely found my voice. I definitely know what I want. And, you know, you do transform, and it's not necessarily reinventing yourself. It's transforming yourself spiritually, mentally, you know, and whether you want a different career, whether you want to relocate, like it's a full transformation. And I think even COVID has allowed us to realize that even more, right? That there's no time to waste. You have, this is the time. And when you get the chance to do it, just do it. You know?
Absolutely. I feel also, you know, this is 40s for me was a time in my life where I think it was that 37, 38, 39, 40. It just, I felt like afraid. I knew the change was coming. Like, I was like, but you know, it came and it was like, I wanted it. And it was more a focus about me. Right. It was more of a focus about, okay, what do I want to accomplish today? What are the goals that I'm going to work on today? Is everybody else taken care of? Perfect. Now, what am I going to do today? What self-care am I going to provide for myself today?
Yes.
And every day I will provide myself that self-care, even if it's through meditation 10 minutes, even if it's through, I'm going to go to the mall, even if it's I'm going to go do my nails, even if it's just to sit in my silence with my glass of wine. It
goes to that.
Cheers, right?
Cheers.
That's why I'm always talking about the me time.
Yes,
I think that me time.
You need
that me time. There's nothing wrong with having that me time.
No, man,
it's
nothing
so
wrong
necessary,
with it.
Especially through what we've been living for this past year, right?
Exactly.
Mentally, I think we're all on this crazy train, right? Where nobody knows exactly where we're going, but we're all riding it, right? And we're all like, I know I want to keep going. I know where I want to go, but am I going to get there? I don't know. So let me just keep going.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think that's part of life. It's part of growth, right? It's growing. It's discovering yourself. It's like we're all saying here, knowing where we're going, what we want, what we're going to put up with, what we're not willing to put up with, what we're willing to compromise for or not willing to compromise for. What's important, what's valuable to us, what's the biggest meaning or what's really what makes us happy, right?
And because that changes.
Is different.
Exactly.
What's gonna make me happy, content,
right?
That I'm gonna feel like, okay, I'm doing the right thing, I'm on the right track.
Right. I think that also this is where we also discover that nothing out here is going to make us happy. That has to come from within. And we have to like that takes a while to understand.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's why you know, I don't understand relationships where, oh, I love you so much, and you know, I can't breathe without you, and that kind of talk intimidates me. Because what you mean you can't breathe without me? I'm a very literal person. So I'm like, Gloria.
Eso es mentira, mami. Nadie se muere de amor.
You know, but you know, hearing somebody say that so deeply is like, whoa, that's a lot. You know,
those are
down.
people that have good labia, is what I call it.
Oh gosh.
And it could also be those people that are suffocating people.
Yeah.
That they don't want to let you breathe. That they gotta know where you at, who you with, where you going, what you doing, who you. I know.
Those are also people
I was born alone. I'm a butterfly. And I cannot be asked where you going, who you with, what you doing, when you coming, when you left, when you what you wearing, what you eating.
No.
I've never been that type of person for that type of relationship.
Yeah.
I'll let you have your space. You give me my space. Give me the courtesy
and we'll have our thing together.
I'm gonna go here. Yeah. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna be with this person. I'll be home by this time.
Yo, I honestly feel I've been made to feel like that's not normal, you know, sometimes.
Yes,
because
it is.
I'm like, yo, and maybe I'm not meant to be in a relationship because I like my time. I like to do my own shit. I like to do whatever the fuck I want to do. I don't want to ask for permiso and
you don't have to.
You got to be mindful, Jessica, of of your partner's feelings. I'm not doing anything wrong. You know what I mean? Like I'm just hanging out. I just want to have my time. I want to be me.
Yes,
I don't.
It's true. You do have to be mindful of your partner's feelings, right? I'm married. I'm not just gonna get up and be like, bye. I mean, I do that sometimes, but I mean, I'll let him know. Like, listen, tomorrow I'm gonna go have brunch with Gloria and Jessica, and that's the end of it. Right?
Exactly.
He's not the type of person to be like, well, where are you going? And why are you going to brunch? And what time are you guys going to be back? And
who is it? And who is his name? What's her name?
And thank God I didn't marry a person like that. I wouldn't have survived it, you know?
Right.
And I think that comes with the transformation is also because sometimes we fear that change when that change is what you've been waiting for, right? It's so hard to find that strength and that courage and emotional freedom. And I think that also comes from not having that emotional freedom. You know, like you said, you've been trained or you've been made used to that's not normal behavior. But I think that's healthy behavior.
It is healthy behavior. I was going to say that. That's actually what makes a healthy relationship. Is having each other's back, right? Respecting each other, whatever the case may be. But also having that separate time. And I think I mentioned it in one of our previous episodes, that you need to have that separate time as well, that individual time of me time.
Exactly.
Whether it's that you just want to be alone, like you said, with your glass of wine, whether it is you want to hang out with your friends, whether it is you want to hang out with your family, whether it is you want to do something with your daughters.
Right.
You need to have that time apart because that's what makes a healthy relationship. It's not, you know, this is your partner.
I know. I can't do it. I don't like that. I don't like that.
I can't.
I don't like that.
No puedo.
I know why you did that. I know why you did that.
So no se puede. No se puede, bro. No se puede.
Wait. I don't have a pillow here because I have nothing here. But being that we are talking about transformation, and we always end up into the relationship topic. But okay, being that you just adored that pillow so much, right? Could that be a sense of transformation because previous relationships didn't give her that behavior, right? So that now that person is like, oh, you know, because this person now, this new person is giving you something that you never had before.
Right.
So now you're like, oh my God, this is so new. And oh my God, you're so attentive. And oh my God, you know, you can change a light bulb. And oh my God. And so you know, that's a turn on for some people because you know, women have sometimes had to be single moms and change the light bulbs on their own.
Right.
But now this man comes that knows how to screw a light bulb on, and you're like, oh my God, right? So, you know, I
it's just I just can't. I'll never be that person. And I mean, I've been criticized in the past that maybe that's why, you know, when my relationship in the past didn't work out, that maybe that was why, because I'm too laid back, I was told by someone. And I said, well, you know what? I was born alone and I'm gonna fucking die alone. I'm not a twin. And if for me to have a relationship or have someone in my life, I have to be like this, I don't freaking want it.
And even twins are born alone.
I like my space, like Jesse's saying. I like my freedom. I like my, of course, everybody wants to have that companion. Of course, everybody wants to have that person, right? Whether it's just to watch TV, whether it's just to go out on that date, whether it's just to talk at the end of the day. Right. But I don't want a suffocating relationship.
Right.
I don't want a relationship that if I'm 5 minutes late because I got stuck in traffic or because I had to work late, I walk in the house, you're gonna have a face. I can't. I don't want that relationship that every 5 minutes you're gonna be calling me, where you at, what you doing, who you with, or that if I don't answer your phone call, then you're gonna text and then you're gonna call again.
I don't want.
And you know that's all part of the transformation, right? Because that's something that we used to accept, please those things. We used to
think it's okay. That's love. That's not love. That's suffocation.
And now, you know, with the transformation of where we are today in our own lives, with again, with all of our experiences and things that we've learned along the way, we've built this who we are now.
Right.
And you know what? I think, like you said, Lori, earlier, we're gonna keep transforming.
Yes.
We're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna keep changing. Yes. As long as I think that it's healthy changes, keep changing, people. Keep changing.
Salud.
Change is good.
Salud.
Definitely. Salud. And with that, we'll be right back with our Pero Porque Why segment. So welcome back, ladies, to our Pero Porque Why segment. So we've been talking about transformation and you know, relationships and how you transform yourself. But I wanted to know, like, why is it that in the second half of your life is when you become more appreciative? You learn, you love more, but yet you learn to love differently. And that's when you find out what's really important to you in your life and what you want around you. Why we have to learn that ya que estamos por explotarnos? Why can't we learn that like when we're not 20?
Acuérdate que el diablo no sabe por diablo, sino por sabio. Y eso viene con experiencia. So life, right? Growth. We're like the lotus flower, right? That we're growing. And that's how we become more knowledgeable, more aware of who we are, what we want, and what we appreciate, and what's really meaningful in our lives to us, like what's really valuable, you know, that it's not, you know, I don't know, let's say name brands, that it's not the $1,000 million house, that it's not the, you know, Mercedes-Benz or the BMW, that it is, for me, family, having a companion that respects and treats me the way I want or what I'm looking for in a partner. You know, the values, like I always say, family is such a big thing for me, my inner circle friends, right? So I think as we grow older and we become more knowledgeable, and it's a discovering yourself, right? It's appreciating the little things.
I agree with Gloria. I think, you know, as we are, you know, having those teenage lives and we're getting into our 20s, like we still feel guided, right, by others and we need to have our own experiences in order to see what feels right, what doesn't feel right. And is this something I can see myself having it for the rest of my time? And it's just, I think we need to have those experiences in order to, when we finally reach our 40s, we kind of put like our foot down, right? And we'd be like, Jack, basta. I'm not letting A, B, C, D, E, F, G guide me. Who's going to guide me is God, right?
Amen.
For those who believe. And who's going to guide me is me. And whoever stays with me in my life, then those are the people that belong. Whoever leaves, pues, how they say people are here seasonally or whatever.
Yeah.
And you know
For
what?
a season, a lesson.
Yeah.
A chapter.
And it is a reality. Some people come into your life and they're there for one reason only. And the reason was fulfilled. The purpose was fulfilled. It helped you grow as a person and you move on.
Yeah. I believe I agree with that.
Yes. Say it.
Yes.
Preach it, Jesse. Preach it.
Woo!
I think I agree with both of you. But I think that it also comes sometimes maybe with a little bit of the upbringing. We have that old school Spanish upbringing, and you're raised that you're supposed to lean on your spouse, or you're supposed to, family is always comes first, and it's always God, family, your husband, and you're always last. And I feel that kind of like delays you from discovering yourself and who you are and what you really want to be and what's important to you, because you're taught that everything else is more important before you are important, right? It's as we grow and as we get older is when we realize, like Claudia said, she didn't find her voice until after, right? Because her mom gave her a different upbringing. She came from an abusive family, but her mom still served her father first, right? So it wasn't until later that she became more aware of, like, no, I'm not doing that, And I think that's what happens to us too. We forget to put ourselves first because we're taught that everything else is always so much more important. So when you have your first relationship, you give everything, right? Everything.
Get on.
Yes, you give everything. No le da todo. Like, even, where you're working in C-Town and your first little 90 paycheck, you went and you bought him his $60 sneakers, right? Because you don't know any better. Y te criaron que, el hombre is always first. He's the leader of the house, and he's, mierda, yo trabajo. You know how many fucking pieces of pork chops I had to scan for those fucking $96?
Hearing you talk like that, it's so true what you're saying. It makes me thankful of the mother that I am today, because I am giving my daughters experiences and lessons that, you know what? It's about you.
Yeah.
It's about you and what you could do for you. You're not going to depend on no one. You're not going to serve nobody. And you're not going to allow any disrespect from anyone.
Yes.
Okay?
Right.
No.
So, it's funny because, like you said, we brought up, right, being raised in Latino households where the man is served like the king of the house.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when I got married, we get married through the Roman Catholic Church because that's our religion, right? You have 200 plus guests. You swear before God and a priest till death do you part, to the good and the bad, the sickness and the health, the rich and the poor. And then you realize, esto es una fucking mentira, bro. ¿Qué es lo que yo estoy haciendo?
Yeah.
And it's like,
and you realize that at the altar.
And then not only that, but you get lost being that wife. You get lost being that wife. You understand? And then you got to refine yourself when you come out of this relationship, which is what happened to me after my marriage. I had to refine who Gloria was.
You lose yourself. You lose yourself.
Wife, that mother, and I lost who Gloria was.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, because, like Francis said, you're taught you got to take care of everybody. So for me as a wife and a mother, everything was my home, cook, clean, do the laundry, even though I work full time, then pick up the baby, take care of the baby, make sure I had the food on the table when my husband came home from work, make sure his laundry was clean. And it's just like, you get lost.
Yeah.
All of my dreams, all of my aspirations just went
out the window.
Yeah. Yep.
And what happened to Gloria? Gloria just became the mom, the wife, the cleaning lady, the laundry lady, the cooking lady, the therapist, the babysitter, the everything else.
The todo.
Because I still worked a 9 to 5 in the city.
Right. And I bet you that was the best time of your life, right? When you went to work, because you were away from it all.
My alone time was my train ride into the city.
Yeah.
That was my alone time, that I wasn't home and I wasn't at work.
Right.
Yeah.
And
you get lost.
And it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way.
Right.
So that's why, again, as we move in life, we keep growing, we keep learning, we keep acknowledging what's really valuable and what's not.
Right.
So then it becomes, okay, yes, I'm still willing to be that loving partner to someone, but I'm not going to be the cooking, the cleaning, the laundry.
Sirvienta.
Yeah.
I work too, bro. I want somebody to put the food on the table for me too. I want somebody to cook me a dinner too.
That's where I was about to go
too. I don't want to be the one driving him around all the time.
That's the way I was about to go with that. It's okay to be all those things.
No, right? Absolutely.
It's okay to be all those things.
Both ways.
As long as the person is acknowledging that he has to be right. Yes. That he has to be those things too.
Amen.
Right? It's not me being all those things and then you're sitting down watching TV, or me being all those things and then I serve everybody dinner. By the time I sit down, it's cold. It's cold.
Thank you. No, thank you.
Ceci, ¿qué está haciendo?
Con la bola. No, is that true?
Listen,
100%, mommy, 100%.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to share something with you guys. I waited, you guys know me since high school. I was never one to wanting to be in a relationship. It wasn't my thing. I had more fun just having fun than being in a relationship. And I'll tell you why. Because I was damaged goods. My mother was married for 28 years and accepted all these things from my father that when she ended up getting a divorce, she was so traumatized and so scarred that she passed those wounds onto me and my sister and my brother. My brother never gave a shit about anybody, of anything. He never took none of that to heart. But she was always like, no te cases, viaja, vive tu vida, haz lo que tienes que hacer, ve a la escuela, no te cases, porque lo que vas a tener que estar en la casa and this, that, right? So I was like, oh, fuck that, then I'm gonna live my life, I'm gonna party, I'm gonna travel. But then I got ridiculed for it. Because now I'm in my 30s and I'm not married, but you told me not to get married, right? Told me. And then I was like, well, I don't want to get married because I come from a long line of divorces. Not a long line of heirs, a long line of divorces. My mom was divorced. My sister was divorced. My brother was divorced.
Well, you know what, friend? Unfortunately, so are we.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
And we won't be the first and we won't be the last.
Absolutely.
And it's okay.
And it's okay. It's absolutely
Of course, nobody gets married to get divorced. Of course not.
No, what I'm trying to go with
transformation.
Yes.
Amen. In your life.
Amen.
Amen to that.
Amen.
Okay?
Right. So what I'm trying to go with that is that I needed to transform myself out of that mindset and realize that my mother thinks that every man was going to be like my father.
Right.
And I needed to be like, every man is not going to be like my father.
Right.
And then I'm going to lose on an opportunity experience to finding a good person because she's putting her wounds on me.
Right.
So
she's making you carry her cross.
Right. So I completely, literally had to transform myself and be like, all right, you know what? I'm not doing this anymore. And I had to get out of all those toxic things that I was in because I was looking for something that I didn't even know what I was looking for because nobody ever put like a clear vision in front of me because everything was all hurt, but someone else's hurt.
Right.
You know,
you were carrying somebody else's hurt.
I was carrying someone else's hurt.
You had an experience, your own experience.
Right.
And that's what life is about. We each have to live our own experiences and grow from it. And like Jesse said, take whatever it is, whether that person is in for a season, for a chapter, whatever the case may be, a season, and learn from it and keep moving, because it's part of the transformation.
And you do learn to love differently. You learn to
doesn't mean I
love you less. I just love you different.
You love different. Everyone that encounters you in a relationship, you grow to love them.
Yeah.
But that love is different from one person to the next.
Absolutely. It's never the same.
Crazy.
It's never the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, it is never the same.
And at least for me, I feel I'm always more awake, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when we got married, we were young, right? I was 23 years old when I got married. And you really believe that you just got married and it's till death do you part, and you're going to be happy, and you guys are going to, you know, we were both workaholics. So it's like, we're going to be great. We're going to have this house. We're going to have these kids, and we're going to be great. And it's going to be wonderful. Even though that was never my mentality until I got married. Because up until I got engaged, I was the woman that was never going to get married. I was going to travel the world, own my own business, and be me, right? Because like you said, I saw all the past experiences in families, right? And I was like, yo casarme pa eso. Fuck that. Yo no me voy a casar. To live a lie, to have a husband that's going to cheat on me, to have a fucking life that he's never home and I'm home alone with the kids. I was like, I'm not doing that shit. So God made me spit in my face, and I wind up getting married. And then once I got married, like I said, we were both business-oriented people. So I was like, this is great. I found somebody that's mine like me. We're going to make money. We're going to be great. We're going to have kids eventually, you know, down the line. God made me spit in my face again. 1 year later, Gloria got pregnant after getting married, you know, and whatever. I'm so grateful and thankful to my kids. But the point is that we tend, like you said, to carry these crosses because we see the other experiences, but we have to live our own experience and grow from it and keep going. Because that's what transformation is about.
And I think that's when your emotional also, freedom comes into play.
Yeah, because we also, like younger, I feel we want to please.
Right, right.
Whether it's our parents, our siblings, or our children, our husbands, we want to please. So I feel like that's where we get lost as people.
Right. Because pleasing everybody
we're
else.
not pleasing nobody but them, and
what about us?
And you're still feeling like shit.
Right. And because you got married young, or because we were, so young, you're so easily impressionable, right? Because you're like, well, if she's telling me that I have to iron his underwear, and she's been married for 45 years, then maybe I should iron his underwear, and that'll be, maybe he'll mop and sweep for me then.
Fuck that.
No.
Espérate, tampoco así.
No. I've known family members in my life that they've been married and they iron their underwear. Well, guess what? The dryer dries them, and let's fold them from there.
That's right. You shake them really nice before you put them in the dryer, and then you fold them really nice. There's no wrinkles, boo.
Listen,
I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah, and I think all those experiences is why when you get to your 40s or into your 50s is when you really become transforming, because then you really realize, is all this really important to me, or can I do now something for me? And that's really important for me.
Right.
Yes.
I think my challenge with the transition is I love where I am. However, I feel like the way I communicate is so raw that I offend people. And my intention is not to offend anybody. I just want to be honest.
Right.
And so I think what I'm contemplating with myself right now at 46 is, do I still speak rawly, or do I have to find a way to soften up my message to make them feel better, or to have more an effective communication?
Right. I was just going to say that I think maybe it's not about being honest. It could just be your delivery.
Right.
My delivery is hands down. fucked up sometimes.
Right. So maybe that, as your
so that's what it is. It's not right.
And I'm aware.
And that's the first step of being aware of it, because obviously,
Right.
if
You're
you want
aware of
somebody,
it.
it's like being a teacher, right? If you want to get through to your student, you're not going to be like, "Oh, you're so stupid. How can you not figure this out?" As
Yeah,
opposed
but
to
I'm not going to be, ay, papito. Mira,
no,
papito.
no. I'm not
tampoco
saying that.
así.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that either. But you could be like, you know, we need to sit down and we need to figure this out.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And keep the roughness and the shoe throwing out of the picture.
Right.
You know?
And it's not that I shoot throw anything. It's just I keep it very, very as a matter of fact.
You keep it cut and dry. This is it.
Right.
I am. I was described as a straight shooter by somebody.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm like, damn, I got offended. I'm like, I'm what? I'm a straight shooter? Like, damn, I'm just trying to be honest, you know? But you know, I'm realizing it's something I got to work on, because it's not always effective.
Right. And that's part of transformation.
Right.
Exactly.
How you deliver messages, it makes a big difference.
Right.
Because I have no hair on my tongue either. I have no hair on my tongue. I have no problem telling you, you know, what I got to tell you. I've learned though that sometimes my delivery is
fucked up.
Not that great.
Right.
Yeah, it is fucked up. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
And then afterwards I have to apologize. I'm like, you know what? I shouldn't have said it that way.
Yeah.
I should have said it like this.
Right.
So I've learned to change that in me, because I used to be real raw. Like, listen, I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. Right.
Wow. You know what? I was silenced for a very long time in my life, you know, being in an abusive relationship, marriage.
Right.
So when I found my voice, I love
like you don't want to shut it down.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That I felt good trying to say whatever the hell I wanted to say.
Right.
So
and you're entitled to that, and that's okay.
Right.
Now there's no stopping me. So it's like, oh shit, this is
There's
not
nothing
good
wrong with that. That's what comes from finding out what's important to you, right? What's important to you is that you found your voice now and you want to voice it.
Yeah.
You know? Whether it's to the gasoline guy that pumped the fucking gas wrong, or whether it's to the guy you're dating, it doesn't matter. You found your voice, and you're gonna be at the top of the hill yelling it out. There's nothing wrong with that.
God.
As long as you embrace the transformation, I think it just makes us better people, and not only for ourselves, but for the people around us. You know, we've been friends for over 20 plus years, and we've seen all of our changes, all of our new beginnings, all of our transformations. And I've loved every minute of it. I've loved embracing all of that with you guys. And it's a learning lesson from each other. And I think it just makes us better people. So.
Yeah. And we celebrate each other, you know,
exactly.
so that's always amazing to have, you know, what a blessing for real to have the both of you, and along with Claudia and Angie, like, what would we do without our cheerleaders, our true cheerleaders?
I was gonna say, we got each other's back. We're each other's cheerleaders.
Yeah, when I'm wrong, tú me dices a mí, mira,
that's right.
Eso está feo.
That's right.
You know, and we tell that to each other, like, oh no, you know.
Yeah.
So I appreciate y'all.
I appreciate y'all too.
It's you guys.
I have no more, but I'm gonna drink the little bit that I got. It's you know, it's definitely something that we continue to learn from each other, and you know, continue to transform. And I can't wait to see, you know, when we hit our 50s, what our transformation at that time is gonna be. You know, because if we're fabulous now at 40, imagine
como lo fabulous at 50.
I see. Yes.
Definitely. But we'll be right back with Jessica's Fabulous Find.
Hey y'all, it's Jessica, Fabulous Finds here. Just wanted to share a few little items I was able to pick up that I find to be amazing on the skin. First off, shout out to Play Pits. Play Pits is a Black-owned company that started in their home, and they make deodorants. I'm a little foofy on the arms. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I have tried everything on the market, clinical, prescribed everything, and it's always a freaking issue. I had deodorant in my bag, in my car, in my drawer at work. Like, it's ridiculous. So, my God, I found the perfect deodorant from Play Pits. This is now available in Amazon now. You can go into her website, but it is now available at Amazon, and it's organic, all natural deodorant, and it smells delicious. I was having it on with my daughter, and she was walking alongside me, and she's like, "Damn, mom, it's so good." I was like, "Yes." I was so happy. This is a product. So it's called Queen. The name alone sold me. It's called Queen. For men, it's called King. And then for the kids, it's Play Pits. It's really, 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 really good. I think you guys need to give it a try. I also went out, because everybody's making out a big deal about this JLo Beauty products. Well, I have been unable to get my hands on the kit because it's being sold out everywhere. But I did get my hands on the Star Filter in a pink champagne shade that I think goes with every color skin. I put it above my foundation or foundation powder, just brush it on, and it gives you such a kick, a live glow to the skin. And it's so soft, it just melts right in your skin. Gloria, thank you for that recommendation. I loved it. I also want to share, so, I don't know if you guys, a lot of you ladies do a lot of waxing, the Brazilians, the underarm waxing, whatever. So European Wax Center is where I go to do my waxing, and they have this product. It's called Glow It. So in times of winter, when your tan is becoming yellow for us Latinas, this is amazing product. It's called Glow It, and it's a lotion, and it gradually makes you tan. And it does not rub off your clothes. It doesn't rub off on your bed. It doesn't rub off on anything or anyone. It is just perfect. It just goes into your skin, and gradually you see yourself getting a little tan. I love it. This is a really good product for that winter, when you start to get those winter blues and you look yellow. And then, guys, us with curly hair girls, it is really difficult to find a piece to bring your hair up, and when you let it go down, you won't have the marks on your hair. So I'm a big person for these hair bands. Well, not hair bands, hair ties. I love these. You put these on and you put them off your hair, and your hair goes right back to where it was. You do not have any cuts from the band, nothing. It's amazing. I love it. They sell these everywhere, even at Rite Aid, the pharmacies, but I got mine at Ulta, and they're not expensive. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my products and my fabulous finds this time, and I'm going to keep looking for some more to share. Have a good day. Hey y'all, what did you guys think about my products today?
I think that was great.
I'm so glad you went out and listened to me and got the JLo, because
I had to.
I'm loving her stuff.
I
always back up my girl from the BX, JLo, because we gotta support.
Yeah.
Does it feel heavy?
It doesn't feel like you have anything on, but my sister
asked.
The same day Gloria put me onto it, my sister was like, Jessie, I was like, ay, Dios mío, now I really have to go get it.
But and wait till you try her cleanser. I'm infatuated with the cleanser. The cleanser is the thing that I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
I love everything, the moisturizer, the glow, all of that. But the cleanser, hands down, the best cleanser I've had.
She really enjoyed it. So this was the only thing I was able to get in my hands on, and I'm glad it was the color I was looking for because they come in 4 different shades.
Yes, 4 different tones.
So I wanted this one because it went with, I think it goes well with everything, even when you get tanned or not tanned or whatever, like as the year goes on. But I loved my J.Lo. But my best product, again, I'm gonna say, is the Queen deodorant.
Gotta check it out.
Please do.
Sounds amazing.
It's awesome.
I have
It
friends
really
that
is.
have that same issue, that the deodorants just don't work for them. You know, I think Claudia would enjoy that.
And I even went as far as using men deodorant.
Wow.
Ay, Dios mío. It was like, it's always an issue, but now I'm so happy. So happy.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it. I think
And
that
that
was
other product was great too. The one from the waxing.
The Glow It.
Yeah, the glow.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Like you said, you know, we miss out on so much sun here, especially
We
with all the
become
snow.
like palish yellow and stuff, you know? So, you know.
We're looking like ghosts.
And let's see. And so this helps you. And it comes for fair skin. It comes for the dark tan. It comes with different shades of your skin. And it gradually just makes you have a little
get a nice glow to the skin. Nice. And those hair ties were awesome.
These are for my curly hair people.
Love it.
Yes.
Love it. Love it.
Yes. Yes.
Love
yes,
it.
Yes.
You know, I struggle with hair ties because my hair is so thin. So they either fall off, or if I do it really tight after I've blown out or straightened my hair, it leaves the ring.
Right.
It leaves the mark, and it drives me insane.
These don't leave any mark on your hair. And Francis, they make these smaller, so you might want to try the small ones. They do not leave any mark at all. You can leave them overnight. You know, they have that. So I call my Francis Fish still. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Always and forever.
So just for our listeners, so they know, no, I do not smell like fish.
No, she doesn't.
No, she doesn't.
That was my high school nickname in high school because I used to tell fishy stories. So since high school, they've never called me really.
We baptized her with that name.
Yes.
Sophomore year.
Yes. So
and it's remained through all these years.
Se me quedó.
And it's fine. I embrace it. So I give you guys fishy kisses.
No one else is allowed to call her fish but us.
Exactly.
Just for the record.
I'm gonna get a swarm of text messages now. Fish, guppy, red lobster.
I tried to correct myself real quick, but it wasn't quick enough.
It's okay. It's okay. Oh my God. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed Jessica's fantastic finds. I know we did. We will be right back with our final remarks.
Hey, welcome back. Oh my gosh, I enjoyed our show so much talking about transitions, guys. What did you like about it?
I think it was such an amazing topic. I think we got into it. I think
we
it was really important to talk about this topic. I think people will be able to feel the same way, right? Like you go through life and you're transitioning at every different stage, you know, but 40 definitely is where we know where we're going.
Yes.
That's right.
I think transformation is good for your mental health. I think it's good for your soul. I think it's just good for life in general, learning how to transform, embracing it and sticking to it, you know, not going back.
Absolutely.
I think all of your little products were amazing too.
Yes.
I love my products.
Your finds.
Yes. But I also, I enjoy all of our topics, but I thought that it was really important to talk about the transitioning of life as the years go on in our lives and why it happens, how it happens, and why it takes so long. Just so that people can understand that, you know, you're not alone.
Right.
No,
you're
not alone.
It's part of life. It's part of life.
Yeah,
it's part of growth.
Happens. And sometimes, you know what, when you transform and you transition into other phases of your life, you find so many amazing things about yourself that you're like, I missed out, you know, on doing this before. But, you know, embrace it now. And now, you know, take it head on, you know.
Absolutely.
It's what life's all about. And guys, thank you for watching our show. Tune in next week where we will discuss our top 3 pet peeves. I know I have pet peeves.
Can't wait to talk about that.
So many.
And guys, don't forget to keep following us on Facebook, Instagram, and now you can tune in and listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google. Keep listening to us, Wine and Wisdom 5.
And don't forget to take a minute to sip on some wine and share a little wisdom. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.